Are you looking for a makeup look to upstage the bride? Are you attending a birthday party where you need to act extra surprised when the person opens the gift that you gave them? Look no further. Alright, on a clean and moisturized face, we're gonna go in with some primer. I really like silicone-based primers because they fill in my pores, and I'm quite a pory lady. Now that they're nice and primed, we're gonna go in with the foundation. I start with my highlight, which I'm using Kryolan 070, and I'm just highlighting the actual highest points of my face and where I want them to be. And then following up with my base color everywhere else, which is shade 2W. Now, I like to do these in separate sections right off the bat because I find that it helps to keep the pigment a little bit more pigmented where I want it to be. And for blending, I'm going in with a damp beauty blender and tapping over the highlight first, and then I'm flipping the sponge to then go over my base and I was going to say bunch, and then press that into my face to help blend that in. I flip the beauty blender because I don't really want to mix those shades together too much right off the bat. I like to be able to have a little bit of the pigment on the sponge, so that way if I need to go back in with the highlight, I'm able to just put the white cream where I want that highlight to go. So now we're going in with my contour shade, and I'm just going in straight with the stick for this one as well. And this is in shade 5W. Now for the contour, I always like to keep it a little bit high and tight. So I like to go right underneath of where the highlight color was. Using a concealer brush, we're going to go in with that same contour shade for the nose. We're going to start at the bottom of the nose and blend that up. And then we're going to go in with the classic railroad tracks to contour the nose. When you're trying to make a nice little teeny tiny little nosy, it's really important to make sure that you're not bringing your contour shade out too far. If you bring your contour shade down your natural nose, it's gonna add that shadow effect and it's gonna make it look wider, which if that's what you want, utilize that to your benefit. That's not what I want right here. So right now I'm just gonna go in and add some additional contour to my forehead and then blend it out using the contour sponge. Using a chiseled brush, this is actually just a paintbrush, and your contour shade, we're going to go in and start forming the shape of the eyebrows. This will give you an incredibly useful map for the rest of your face. It will give you an idea of how high you can bring your eyeshadow, your eyeliner, everything else about your eye makeup. I'm also going to use the same brush to go in and add some finer contour details to make it look as though I have shocked wrinkles on my face. And this is, again, really just pushing the limits of what you can do with contouring your face. It's a very powerful tool. You can really make yourself look however you want to look. And now I look extra shocked. To define the brows, we're going to go in with a different concealer brush and that white cream from before. And we're going to chisel out the bottom of them to create a nice, sharp and clean line. We're going to then use that same white cream to kind of act as a base for the eyeshadow, so it has something to pop on. You want to use that same highlight sponge from before as well to make sure that it's really pressed into the skin. And then go in and deepen that contour one last time as well. And now it's time to set that bitch like a volleyball spike. I am using the Ben Nye Luxury Neutral Set. I know it sounds so bougie, but it really does its job. It is very finely milled. It really helps to press all of the creams into my face and make sure that they are not going to budge. This is definitely a stage-proof setting powder. If you're looking for a drugstore alternative, I might recommend the Coty Airspun powder. It's a good bang for your buck because it does give you a lot of powder, and considering the fact that you're covering your face in very heavy creams, it will certainly get the job done, and you'll smell like an old lady. We love that. For contour, I'm using a smaller fluffy brush in a cool-toned brown because it most closely resembles actual face shadows. I'm concentrating the contour right underneath of my highlight, and I'm keeping the darkest parts of the contour on the outside of my face and blending it very softly in towards the center of my face. Some of the best advice that I can give for contouring is to remember that your face is a three-dimensional object and will be seen from different angles. So make sure that your contour does look correct from different angles, and concentrate the darkest parts where you want it to be the most sunken in. For blush, I'm using an identical brush as my contour brush, and I'm going into the nice hot pink, focusing it on the apples of my cheeks, and making sure that you blend very softly into your highlight. This does kind of act as the front of your cheek sphere, if you will. And I'm going to go in and deepen my contour as well a little bit, using that contour brush. If you want to further define your contour, you can take your powder puff with a little bit of setting powder and just drag that right underneath of your contour to give it a little bit more dimension. I'm going to skip the nose contour for now and just go over top of those face wrinkles I added in earlier. It's time for eyeballs, baby! Using a fluffy brush, we're going to grab our lightest color that we'll be working with, which for this is a light blue. We're going to start to map out the furthest edge of our eye shape. So I'm focusing above my brow bone for this and really focusing on dragging that color all the way up towards my eyebrows, the very center, and dipping them down low for my white under eye. Using a small tulip-shaped fluffy brush, we're going to grab that darkest blue again, and we're going to start to pack that on over top of where we just had it, and we're also going to be blending it in with the lighter blue, and this is where you can get that nice airbrushed effect to really marry the colors together and start to really define the shape of what exactly you want on your eye. You can then go in with your lighter blue and repack that on top of the married section to further intensify that color and blend it out. So now we're ready for eyeliner. Now this is the SUVA Hydra liner in Grease. My actual favorite eyeliner is the Inglot Gel liner, but I do believe that I was out of that at this time, so I was using the SUVA Beauty as a backup. So for this exact look, I am going for a straight up wing, going straight into the center of the eyebrow. And you can see I'm starting to create these little triangles, focusing on the furthest point of the wing with that line, and then slowly building it back up to match the triangle, just to make sure that it doesn't get too rounded, because we will be adding black shadow as well. Using a medium-sized pencil brush, we're going to go in with a black eyeshadow. My personal favorite is MakeupGeek brand. The color name is Corrupt. And we're going to start to pack that shadow over top of the black liner to further intensify it. Now you'll notice that I'm also starting to very softly blend the edge of the black, but we're not getting too wild with that just yet, because we will be going in later with a softer brush to do that. Now to create that very vertical look, you can also create a straight line that goes up past the edge of the eyeliner with the eyeshadow, which keeps it a little bit smoky, and you can pull that part of your face up just to get a nice clean line. Grabbing that same tulip brush from before, we're going to go in with the darkest blue to start to blend in the black eyeliner shape. Again, keep it soft for now. Using again a kind of tulip-shaped fluffy brush, we're going to go in with the black one last time, and we're going to start to blend that in with the darkest blue to again create that nice airbrushed look. Very shocking, I know. And go back and fill in any spots you missed. Whoops! For the whites under my eyes, I'm using one of my absolutely favorite products ever. It is the Morphe concealer in the shade White. It is an excellent dupe for the Jeffree Star Drug Lord if you do not stan, which we do not. This product goes on very opaque white, which is a little bit of pressure because if you fuck up, you will have to clean it up using one of your eyeshadows. So try to take your time using the wand to make sure you get some nice crisp and clean lines. But to define it, again, we're going to go in with a small pencil brush with a darker blue, and we're just going to line that to add that one last pop of depth. And with a different pencil brush, we're going to start to contour the nose using a blush color. I'm going to start at the tip of the nose and bring it up to where you're going to want the tip of your nose to be. Then you're going to very softly start to contour up your nose. Again, keep it small and soft. And also make sure that you pick the right shade color, because this is the exact moment that I realized that I used too dark of a contour color for my nose than I wanted. Oops! This hot pink shade is a little bit more of what I wanted, so we're going to go in and reinforce the nose contour and softly blend that out. Now the nose looks very intense compared to the rest of the face, so we're going to go in and reinforce the cheek contour, as well as the cheek blush. You can take a little powder puff to press up against the edge of the nose as well, to make sure that it's nice and clean lined. For the brows, we're going to go in with the SUVA Beauty liner to follow the map that we created with our contour creams. And for this specific eyebrow, I wanted it to be a little bit thicker in the center of the triangle to further enhance that shocked look. You know, because you're shocked. Like electric. Using that same brush and product, we're going to start to overdraw the incredibly cartoony lips, starting with the outer line and bringing that up to pretty much the bottom of your natural cheek, so that way it kind of stays within that section of your face that if you smile, the edge of your lip will not go past and up onto your cheek. Once you have the outline done, we can start the shading. I go in with the top lip first with the bottom of it, and then follow suit by shading in the outer corners of the bottom lip and the outer corners of the top lip, and then I'll go in and further shade in the rest of the lip. You don't have to worry about this blending being super perfect. We are going to be going in and blending it out with the actual liquid lip right over top. Today I'm going to be using the Sugarpill liquid lip. I believe this shade is Trifle or Trifle. I do not know how to pronounce it. But you're just going to go ahead and pack that onto your lip until there's not a whole lot of product left on the wand, and then go over top of the black edge of the lips to blend. To amp up the cartoony nature of this look, I'm going to be adding in some fake glare marks on the top and the bottom lip to make it look like they're glossy without actually having to use real gloss, because I'm not that girl. You could take some of the white and put it in the center of the lip as well. So juicy. Moving on to the finishing touches of the eyes, we're going to go ahead and curl the lashes. I have very hooded lids, so I like to curl my lashes to keep them out of the way. Grab some black mascara, slap it on your eyelashes. It doesn't need to be perfect. And then grab your black liner and fill in any spots you missed. We're going to add a little white dot to the end of the nose to, again, make sure that it's nice and cute and cartoony. And we are ready for some eyelashes. I'm using my absolute favorite brand of eyelashes. It is Hell Lashes. I'll put a link in the description below to their Instagram. They make beautiful spider lashes, which are my favorite. And I'm just using quick dry duo glue, making sure that I'm placing them above my natural lash line to make sure that you can see them. Otherwise, they might get lost in the rest of the black of the eye. Make sure that the outer corners are turned up, otherwise your eyes will look droopy. I live, laugh, love a bottom lash, and my favorite lash to do the job is Porcelain by Sugarpill. You just cut them apart. Ding, 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 ding. Ooh, so cute. Let's put on some contacts. Oops, not those ones. Ha 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 ha. That's better. Hee hee. Oh my god. I hate me. But that is the finished look. So let me go ahead and put on a little wiggy. BRB. Oh, hi, hello. She is ready to rumble. She's ready to party. She's ready to crash a wedding. She's ready to win a raffle. We love to see it. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you learned something and enjoyed this tutorial. And if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. You know the deal. And I'll be back some other time to show you how to do some funky makeup. And until then, bye. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's @NotPie. That's @NOTPI. It's on your screen right now. Mwah!